In today's video, how long does it take to get used to the cold in Canada? If you're coming from somewhere else, you're gonna want to subscribe because I provide all the best videos on moving to Canada. Stay tuned. Wintertime in Canada, oh my god, are you gonna survive coming from a country like India or a warm part of Asia, or coming from the tropics or the Bahamas, or Trinidad, or deep in the depths of Guyana, and moving to Canada? Are you gonna freeze? Are you gonna die? The answer is no. And I can tell you, because I just experienced this firsthand, I can tell you exactly how long it's going to take you to acclimatize to a Canadian winter. It's about a week or two. Yeah, it's gonna be cold, you're gonna hate it, but you will get used to the cold. Just like a Canadian can go to a really warm part of the world and get used to the heat, the same way you can get used to the cold. But the most important thing is to dress well. I have so many videos on dressing up for the winter, so be sure to subscribe and go and check out those videos. How to dress for the winter, how to, dress in warm layers. You don't just want to have like a t-shirt and a coat. See, under this I have like a undershirt, and then I have a t-shirt, and then I have this sweater, and then I have the coat, but I'm still an idiot because I'm like not wearing a hat. Maybe when you first move to Canada, you should wear a hat. Speaking of which, it's getting windy, as you can see. So I'm gonna continue this video inside. So for all of you coming to Canada, I'm gonna tell you about the actual science and what it says when it comes to acclimatizing to cold. So the first thing you wanna know is it's easier to acclimatize to heat for human beings. So I can go to Southeast Asia and acclimatize quickly. So the way I said it's exactly the same. It's not quite the same. It's gonna be slightly harder, but that's just science. Science is willy-nilly. You can come here and you can get used to it in probably a few weeks to about a month. It says fully, it can take several weeks. Okay, so it can take up to several weeks to fully acclimate to a hotter climate. And it also says much of the adaptation process takes place shortly after your initial exposure. So most, like 50% of the acclimatization, and that's just like your body getting used to the cold, is going to happen on your first exposure, your first few days. 50% of it. The rest of it, for you to not feel super cold all the time, is gonna take another few weeks, up to several weeks. But I want you to think of it this way. Canada is not a cold, deserted wasteland. It's a very developed country. Having been to about 15 countries now, which isn't, I'm not using that to boast. I know people who've been to like 50. But having been to many different climates and seeing how developed different nations are, Canada is super developed. We have central heating, we have heated floorboards in some apartments, like student apartments. My apartment had heated floorboards. Can you believe that heat coming through the floors? You don't get that in other countries, really. So all I'm saying is, it's cold in Canada. The winter gets cold. You're gonna have, anywhere from a few degrees to -20. If it's a super unlucky day, -30. If something's really wrong with our climate, like maybe wind chill of -40, and then everyone stays inside and we all talk about how bad it is. But that's not usually gonna happen. So you're gonna be in a heated apartment. My house has a wood stove. My place in Halifax is heated floorboards. You're gonna be okay. Just don't strip naked and run outside and roll around in the snow, and then you're gonna be fine. So basically you will acclimatize, take some time. It's uncomfortable. You'll feel shivery every time you're outside for a bit, but over that several week period, you're gonna feel fine with dressing up normally. You're gonna be like warm, maybe your ears get a little cold, but that's about it. That's exactly what it feels like. Your face a little cold, ears a little cold, you just wear a hat and stuff, so you're gonna be okay. That is how long it takes to get used to Canadian winters. My name is Nadernejad. If the video helped you, subscribe, smash the notification bell. You know the practice. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching.